it's an important tool. You got to think of social media as a tool, not as a lifeline, you know?
So I want to talk about social media a little bit more because I know a lot of people who are in the industry, and I think everyone has struggled with this at some point, right? Where it's like, what is the balance between like working on your craft and then also making sure that you have an online presence through social media and like building your business, so to speak? You know, is like, how do you deal with balancing that? And also, how important is it to actually be on social media?
I think it is important. It's not life or death, but it's definitely a tool. It's a resource. And also, if you're trying to make it in the industry, take your account off private. Like, we want to see your stuff.
Yeah.
So if you DM me and be like, hey, I want to network, and I look at your account and I don't see anything, I can't see anything because it's on private. What can I do? What can I look at to vet if we can interact? So, if you're DMing a manager on Instagram and you're in private, like, what can they do to vet you?
Yeah.
But it's important, but don't be too consumed by it because you still got to work on your craft. You can't be on social media 24/7 and you forget to do your craft. Like, I forgot to write today because I was on Instagram the entire day, or I was tweeting the entire day, or like, oh shoot, I didn't work on a monologue because I was on Twitter the entire day.
Yep.
It's an important tool. You got to think of social media as a tool, not as a lifeline, you know?
Yes.
Um,
Yeah, like how do you find the balance like for yourself? Because like, you know, you're a busy guy and you do both sides of it. You do it really well. So like for you personally, like, do you have any tips or tricks for?
Oh, for sure. So I don't schedule things tightly, but I schedule it in terms of part of the day. So for me, this sounds weird, but I live my life at 12 hours at a time. So when I wake up, by the time noon hits, I want to accomplish at least one goal. So 12 is my deadline for that goal. And then by the end of the other 12 hours, by the time midnight hits, I want to be able to accomplish another goal. So 2 goals a day. And part of it is work and part of it is craft. So I got to run my business. I got to run Ermantourage. So, and I do know that for me personally, like, writing happens best for me at the end of the day. So I get more creative at night. So I want to accomplish my business stuff, my events and all that stuff in the beginning of the day. So before 12. And then the second half of the day, I do my normal stuff. Social media, exercise when I can, as you can see, you know. Yeah, I see you, bro. And then devote time to writing at the end of the day. For me, when I write, it doesn't have to be like, oh, I have to hit 5 pages today. I have to hit 10 pages today. It's whatever feels organic to me. Like, you don't want to force anything out. So you'll know when at the end of the day, when it's time to wrap it up, you know, it's organically.
Yeah.
So how do I balance social media in my life? I'm not consumed by social media, even though I do have a decent presence. I'm not consumed by it. I let it grow organically. Like, if my page is stagnant, I'm not a insecure person to where like every day I'm like, oh, I have to have 1,000 more followers today. No, some days, dude, some weeks go by where literally like it stays the same, you know? And for me, it doesn't consume me because I know that there are actual influencers out there who have to grow their page, right? That's what they do. That's not me. I'm not an influencer, you know?
Your Instagram page has a lot of, like you're saying, organic followers where you've also met a lot of them and they're not going anywhere, right? So it's like you've already established that connection and they're going to be a follower for life.
100%. I know actors have to look a certain, like they tell themselves they look a certain way, and you have to always look nice. You need to pose, like you need to always upload like headshots and stuff like that, which is cool. But I think it's cool when you show yourself as a human being. I don't like pages that are all headshots, and that's just me personally. Like, and who am I, right? I'm just some guy. But when I go to an actor's page, I don't want to see just headshots and just work. Like, it's cool to see your work too, but I want to see you as a normal human being because I want to go, oh, okay, I can rock with this person.
Yeah.
You know, I think we live in an age of humility. I think we're in the humble age. So 10 years ago, people want to see like you in a jet. They want to see you in a next to a nice car. Yeah. Nowadays, that turns me off. Like, I want to see you as a human being, you know? I want to see you, if you do it, I want to see you doing community work. Not to say do community work just to pose, post it on social media. But like, if you do that kind of stuff, like share it,
Yeah.
you know, I think it's an age of humility. Like something that really attracts me for people to work with is when I want to see your journey. I want to see where Richard started off 5 years ago, you know, on a couch, crashing on somebody's couch, you know, can barely afford rent. And then, 5 years later, he's like booking TV shows left and right. Like, that's what I want to see. I want to see that journey.
Yep.
It's a beautiful thing, you know?
Yeah, I think you made a huge point with I think ties this whole like networking and social media thing together, right? Where you said that I want to know if I can roll with this person, right? And that's like the root of the thing that the tool like does for you, right? It's like you have this tool so you can find out whether or not you're gonna be able to chill with this person and work with them and whatnot. So yeah, I love that, man.